Let's scoot this a little bit. I think I like that better. I might want to hold this mic. I'm thinking I may. Hello, hello, hello. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. I'm going to send this out really quickly. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. Happy Feminine Friday. I'm trying to send this out real quick. I hope that y'all are having an amazing day. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. That y'all are well. Come on in, come on in. Today we're talking about one of my favorite subjects when it comes down to feminine science, and that is the feminine art or the feminine science of sales. Hold on one second. Put a 1 in the comments so I can make sure that you guys can hear me clearly. And I'm going to turn one of these. Hold on. I need to be here. Okay, that works. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. While I say this really quick. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Hear me clearly. Y'all, I had the best sleep. Y'all know them power naps that just get you right? Like, oh my goodness. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Okay, Aaron, you can hear me. Okay, good deal. For those who do not know who I am, my name is Al Antoinette, and I am a feminine leadership strategist. And what I do specifically is I support my amazing clients who are women leaders in the business space. And these amazing women leaders in the business space, I support them in learning how to leverage AI, leverage emotional intelligence, and the power of feminine influence to be able to attract, to be able to scale, as well as multiply their revenue. Okay. So today I'm going to be talking about in feminine science, the feminine science of sales, how to sell without selling. So this is a really good live. If you have a business, this is a really good live. If you are in the space where you're kind of struggling to make sales in your business, here's some things that you really need to pay attention to that a lot of people are not going to be talking about. They're extremely underrated, but extremely important if you want to consistently get sales in your business. You should be making money in your business every day. Some form of fashion, you should be making money in your business every day. And the reason why I'm saying this to you is that if you're not making money in your business every day in some form of fashion, I can tell you right now it's the business model in some form, which is something that I teach. It's a understanding of sowing and reaping, okay? It's an understanding of knowing how to drop the seed and leave it where it is, okay? If you don't have that understanding, okay, it may be a little bit difficult for you to be able to sell. Hey, Queen Mother, my love. It may be really difficult, excuse me, for you to be able to sell. And so today I'm going to talk about how to sell without selling. So here are the things that I'm going to go over on today, okay? Because here's some really key things you got to pay attention to. Number one, I'm going to talk about the silent sales strategy. Okay. Number two, I'm going to talk about magnetic sales psychology. Okay. So the silent sales strategy is basically selling without chasing. Thank you, my lovely gifts. Okay. The magnetic sales psychology is why people buy even before you pitch to them. Okay. And then I'm going to position you for the presence to profit formula, which is basically selling with energy, not effort. Okay. Yes, love, it will. Okay, so that's what we're going to be going over. And we're also going to be going over the feminine design sales strategy. Okay, selling in flow, not force. All right, so we're going to get into all of these things. I'm really, really excited about it. I love talking about sales. I do. Okay, I really, really do. Let me just, okay, love you more. Um, let's go ahead and get straight into the real of what's happening right now, though. Okay, I want women. Let me say, let me fix that because I was going to say something. No, I'm going to go ahead and say that. This live is not for women who are waiting on men to give them money. This ain't for y'all. This live is not for women who are waiting for their 9 to 5 to appreciate them while they work sideways in their business. This ain't for you. This is not for the women who are not prepared to go full force, you know, without having to exhaust their femininity, exhaust themselves. Hey, my love. Thank you for these likes and these gifts. Like, we're just not doing that. So if you're waiting on a man, or you're waiting on a job, or you're waiting on someone to come and knock on your door, you're just waiting and hoping, this is not going to be the life for you. This is for women who actually want to make money. This is for women who understand that the truth is love and money sit on the same frequency. So a lot of times when I see women struggle in the areas of love, they tend to also struggle in the areas of money as well. Okay. And don't get it confused with being able to attain money as the all end all be all. Because if you don't know how to manage the money, okay, if you don't know how to multiply the money, if you don't know how to do these things, okay, like, you're going to have an issue, you're going to have a problem. We are in a space now where, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, a lot of women are out here looking for men to be able to come in and lead and protect and provide and all of these things. Nobody's coming to save you. Let me make that really clear. Nobody is coming to save you. Absolutely, Lane. Absolutely. Nobody's coming to save you. If you don't start making some decisions to do the work for yourself, nobody's coming to save you. And if you can continue to have problems in the area of being able to get money, then you're going to have issues consistently in the areas of the type of men that you deal with. These things are extremely connected. If you don't, you can go and check out my video on YouTube where I break down how love and money is on the same frequency. And if you don't love yourself, then monetary experiences aren't going to be interested in you. See, one thing that women don't really understand is that to be able to lock into a relationship, and a healthy relationship, when it comes down to men, you have to have a healthy relationship with money first. It's very important that you have a healthy relationship with money. You know how money locks into relationship with you? Money locks into relationship with you during the following, okay? If there is value present, if this is alignment, and this is a high vibrational state, that is how monetary opportunities lock into whatever gift that or skill set that you are offering, to the point to where you get in relationship, you're having consistent money flow coming in. In order to create money flow, you have to create a relationship with money. How are you out here not having a relationship with money and thinking that this is something that you want all of the time? No, that's not how it works. It's an exchange. I want you to think about this from the mind frame of the same area when it comes down to men. Men are looking for what they value. Men are looking for high vibrational state, which is how you make them feel. See, yeah, you understand money, you understand a whole lot better how this works. And men also look for alignment. What is in alignment for them at that time? See, they always thinking about themselves. You're not thinking about you, and that's your problem. That's why you keep having consistent issues with money and with men. And I'm not talking about women who are not doing anything. I'm talking about women who are out here making money. Women who are out here doing things. They are making a whole lot of mistakes when it comes down to money and men, because they don't really understand how it works. Those two things, they go hand in hand. Don't y'all know that? But they only taught y'all that in these silly songs asking you to have your hand out. See, the only concept that you understand when it comes down to money and men is you having your hand out. You don't understand how either works. Therefore, you don't understand why you can't coexist in a healthy way, in a successful way. You're wondering why this is not happening for you, and that is how that's happening. That's how that continues to happen for you. But we're going to get into it today, okay? So again, this is not, if you waiting on a man to give you some money, if you waiting on a 9 to 5 to give you some money, if you waiting on a client to pay you that you gave that free stuff to, sweetheart, this is not for you. I don't even want you to stay because it's not for you. You're going to get mad. But I'm just going to tell you what you need to do in this space so that you actually start making money and stop exhausting yourself. Aren't you tired of going? Haven't you realized that hustling and all these other things have never gotten you anywhere? Haven't you realized that? Haven't you realized that you're exhausted because you've been doing all of the wrong things due to believing all of these things that you feel like you have to do? Do you understand that? Like, do you grasp that concept? You're not exhausted because you have so much on your plate. You're exhausted because you believe you have to do all that. But who taught you that? See, it's a lot of glamour magic and a lot of illusions and different things like that that are presented to you in the form of programming. And you position yourself to be played every single time. Every single time. Okay? So, hold on, y'all. My siblings are the only people who can break through my do not disturb while I'm alive. And my sibling chat is going insane, and I need to mute it for a second because I told them I needed to go. And it's coming through on my iPad. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into how to sell without selling. Okay. The feminine science of sales. I teach feminine science on Fridays. If this is your first time with me, welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you being here. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get straight to it. If you don't know who I am, again, my name is L. Antoinette. I'm a feminine leadership strategist, and what I do specifically is I support my amazing clients who are women, and I do mean results-driven women who are in business. And these particular type of women, I support them in leveraging AI, artificial intelligence, without losing their consciousness. We're not asking Chat GTP what we should be doing. We are programming it to do exactly what we desire for it to do. See, you got to learn how to use it, because the goal is for you to outsource your consciousness in this society, because they want to position you in a space to where others think for you. You understand what I'm saying? So this is not something that you fear. This is something that you understand. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these lights. This is something that you grasp understanding of, so that you are in front of this. The second thing that I support my clients in doing is leveraging emotional intelligence. If you are a woman who cannot manage your emotions, you will impulsively spend. If you are a woman who cannot manage your emotions, you will choose relationships that drain you. If you are a woman that cannot manage your emotions, you will be looking just as crazy as Terry from Soul Food. Even though she tricked out all that money to her family by being the cycle breaker, she was also still the black sheep. And no matter what she did, no matter what she said, no matter how much she helped them, she was never appreciated, because people don't appreciate women for what they do. People appreciate them for the following thing that I support my clients with, which is teaching them how to use their feminine influence to attract. You don't have to come outside of yourself to get what you want. The position is alignment. The position is alignment. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. The position is alignment. The position is you. When you think about alignment and you think about receiving, because receiving is what is natural to the feminine. We are to receive, release, and reject. Those are our positions. When you are out of position, it is much like the catcher in baseball. If the catcher is not at the right place at the right time with the right material, then that pitcher is not in alignment to receive the ball. A lot of the reasons why women are not getting the things that they want is because you're simply not in position to receive. You are not going to get something that you are not prepared for. And if you do by chance get something that you think, you're going to lose it. You're not even going to get it to the magnitude in which you actually could get it, because you're going to drop the ball. So the thing is, when it comes down to selling, it's about positioning. It's about how you position yourself as an authority. It's about how you position yourself. When it comes down to being online and being offline, it's about the way you position yourself spiritually. These are the things that a lot of people miss. Everything in this world, anything in this life, all these things are connected to you spiritually. Spiritually. And if you don't get to the root of yourself spiritually, you're going to have an issue. So selling, the sacredness of it is rooted in authenticity. It's rooted in your authentic design, and that is spiritual. If you don't know who you are, you will not believe in the fullness of your ability. And when you do not believe in the fullness of your ability, i.e. meaning confidence, when you do not have these things, you will not show up at your best self. You will not show up at a high vibrational state. People will not feel you. And guess what? Money will not align with you, because it doesn't value the imitation that you put on this platform. See, money only locks in again with high vibrational state, alignment, and value. That's what they have. That's another thing they have in common with men. Men only lock in with women. See, you missing it, because you're not paying attention to yourself. They only lock in with women according to what they value at that time, because it is in them to mainly think about themselves. So what they value at that time, do you have it? Is it in alignment with where they're going at that time? Keywords, okay? And then also high vibrational state. Does this person make me feel yada. These things are connected. But when you don't understand your money, then you don't understand the masculine. And the reason why you don't understand money is because you don't understand yourself. That's why you worship it. And it tells you in scripture not that the love of money is the root of all evil. When it's talking about the love of money is the root of all evil, it's speaking about specifically you exhausting yourself for $1. You compromising your ethics for $1. You out here scamming people for $1. You out here doing things. You doing this thing I like to call going dark for dollars. You position yourself to eventually get caught up, because there is nothing that you can create that is in a demonic state or is rooted in a demonic state and think that you're going to be able to sustain that. It doesn't work. This is why scammers always get caught up. You're going to pay for it. So you have to understand that when you take money off the pedestal, by understanding this, you take money off the pedestal by realizing that paper money is made up of 75% cotton, 25% linen. The US dollar has not had any backing for that dollar in years on years on years. There is nothing, there is no value behind that paper but the value that you have been taught and told. And you can go look this up on Google. One thing my mother always said to me was, don't believe what I say, go look it up for yourself. Everything I give you is going to be rooted in scripture, science, and psychology. See, the Most High told you not to worship paper, not to love paper, because it ain't nothing but cotton. It ain't nothing but linen. The real value is in you. The reason why you worship money is because you don't understand yourself enough to know that you actually are the real money. You are the real value. How are you the real value? How are you the real money? Because it tells you in scripture, Proverbs 8 and 12, that you have creative and witty inventions in your very being. The problem is you doubt that. Therefore, those gifts don't make room for you. Therefore, you submit to a system that treats you like a slave, and you wonder why you're stagnant. And you take this mindset, you decide, I'm going to create a business, and you take this mindset into your business, and here you are being a slave to your business when that was supposed to be a vehicle to set you and your lineage free. All because you don't understand yourself. You are positioning yourself to be played and played with. Half of the obstacles that you believe that you have are not even real. They're not even real. The truth is you're not really cemented in yourself and solidified in your identity because you don't really know who you are. You are made up of time, energy, attention, and money. You are not to worship these things. You are not to mismanage these things. You are to properly steward these things, because guess what? Just like it tells you in Ecclesiastes, there's always a time and a place for everything you're supposed to be doing. You got the time, the energy, the attention, the focus to be able to do it. If you choose to do something else by listening to piss poor programming that tells you that you need to be a backbone, if you listen to piss poor programming that tells you you need to be everybody, somebody, and leave nothing for yourself, if you allow the mantra of you being the oldest daughter to allow you to continue to be in positions where you keep no boundaries, then whose fault is that really? Whose fault is that really? You have to understand that you also, everything on this earth that has been created by man is a mimic of what the Most High has created. The computer is much like designed like how we are. It's actually designed and modeled after us. And if you understand these devices that you love to be on so much and how they actually mimic you, you'll take the time to better understand you. And what I mean by that is when you think about a program, every so often, your phone is going to send you a message basically letting you know you need to update the programming. What is happening is that new programming is being pushed into your phone so the phone can start operating according to the new programming. Once the new programming started, the phone is going to start operating differently. It is the same concept when it comes down to reprogramming your mind. It is the same concept to you understanding like how you can change your life. This is how people rewire their reality. This is how people change their existence, because they understand that they need to update the programming. What they were taught as children don't work. Even down to the point of what you've been told about yourself as a child. If it's been negative, if it's been horrible, if that's become your inner voice, and if that's become your inner voice, then how worthy do you feel to receive $100,000 payment? You scared of that, truthfully. You scared of that, and you don't believe anyone would even pay you that. And that's your reality. The problem is you don't know if it's true, yet you believe it. Yet you believe it. So let's go ahead and get straight into this, okay? Let's get into how to sell without selling. The feminine science of sales. I ain't even planning to give y'all that, but let me go ahead and give y'all this so I can go, okay? All right. If sales feels like a struggle to you, okay? If you feel like you have to chase, convince, or prove your value to get people to buy in, you're definitely selling the wrong way, okay? You're selling the wrong way. That's masculine strategies, okay? I want you to think about this for a second. Masculine strategies of selling is more so like people coming knocking at your door, the door-to-door salesmen, the people who call on your phone, the telemarketers, the people that's pestering you, get on your nerves. I want you to think about it. The perfect example is the man at the gas station. Let's say you got low on gas and you had to go get gas from this gas station. You normally wouldn't stop at this gas station because you already know what time it is at this gas station. But soon as you get out the car, it's some man over there, homeless man, whatever, he's saying something to you, and he just own you. He just own you. He just own you. That's direct sales. That's the masculine way of selling, okay? Masculine sales strategies will tell you to push, all right? Follow up endlessly, close the deal. But if you're a woman operating in your feminine design, that approach is going to leave you exhausted, undervalued, and truthfully, probably frustrated with a bunch of inconsistent sales. A lot of inconsistent sales. Shouldn't there be a balance of both? It should be. The balance of both, I'm going to give you an example of the balance of both before I get to this point. The balance of both is right brain energy is feminine energy. That's your intuitiveness. That's your nurturing. That's the ideas. That's the creativity. The masculine left brain is the logic, the critical thinking, the action taking, the decision making, all of those things. So definitely you need a balance of both. But see, the thing is, most people don't know how to balance both because they spend too much time on one side and they don't feel safe traveling to the other side. And that's where I come in. Because the more you understand yourself, the easier it is for you to be able to navigate life, to navigate relationships. A lot of us don't know how to do relationship. We don't know how to navigate life because we don't understand self. And if you don't understand the science of yourself, which is why I teach feminine science on Fridays, if you don't understand the science of yourself, you will not understand the science of everything else around you, including the earth, which is where a lot of you get your power from, your sources from, but you don't understand how to cultivate the earth. You don't understand and know the truth is that Eve actually had plots of land that she was looking over. She wasn't just Adam White. So y'all get so caught up in being somebody rib and being somebody white. Like Eve had plots of land she was looking over, sweets. When everybody's talking about, see, that's why y'all need to really read. Really read. Get in the Apocryphal, get in the Ethiopian Bible and really get some understanding. Because here's the thing, she had plots of land, baby, that she was looking over. How you think she was seduced so easily? She was in position. She was in her position. Everybody talking about where was Adam at? He was doing what he was supposed to do. She was where she was at. So the thing is, like, please, I really don't like or nor appreciate the way that people just minimize Eve to just being Adam's wife. You do understand wife is a role. It's not an identity. See, and that's where a lot of people mess up at. These things are titles and roles. And when you make titles and roles your identity, when you no longer have those titles and roles, your identity crushes to the ground because it was never rooted in truth. It was never rooted in reality. It was always rooted in the false reality that you created. That's how powerful your brain is. You can create a false reality and crush your own heart. When it says protect, guard your heart above everything else, because from it flows life, it ain't just guarding it from other people. It's guarding it from your own foolishness too. That's what you miss. Everything I give you going to come from scripture, science, and psychology. Because if you understand how to balance yourself spiritually, to be rooted spiritually, to be balanced biologically, and to be clear and firm psychologically, that is how you thrive in this society. So a lot of people are completely off balance because they do not understand self. And that's a problem. And we wonder why our girls walking around like this, because it's a problem. It's a huge problem. Okay? The highest paid women in business they don't sell harder. I'm going to be honest with you. I have built a six-figure plus business from the ground up. I don't hustle. And this is my second business. My first business, I was hustling and I had no money. Let me tell you the truth. And I shouldn't have been hustling because my price point was right, but I felt like I needed to do everything. I didn't know how to turn things down. I was trying to do money grabs where things I know how to do to shortchange, trying to just get enough money to pay my bills. See, that mindset, that's what broke me down in that first business. Because how you cashing out $1,000 weekends or days, really? Because I used to be a bridal makeup artist, and bridal makeup it can get there. How you closing out these $1,000 days on the weekend? And how are you working at MAC as a part-time artist? And how are you working full-time at the Department of Children's Services, but you still ain't got no money? It's the mindset. It's the mindset. Because I got to be twice as good. I got to work hard. And what did that get me? I was 100 pounds heavier. I had all that going on and still had no real consistent income. I couldn't keep money. It's like every time something happened, I was losing it or I was blowing it. But see, that tied back to my relationship with money. Money ain't finna let you be in and out, ghosting them. They gonna treat you the same way every time. And it's energetics. Because anytime you feel like, okay, I'm just gonna hold this, it's 3 levels of money. Let me help y'all with this. It's 3 levels of money. Number 1 is the level of getting money. A robber can get money. Somebody could ask you for $100 and they got money. Getting money should never impress you as a woman. That's why I get so disgusted when women, that's your primary thing when you talk about men, y'all not talking about these men character. Because just because a man has a whole bunch of money doesn't mean he's generous, and it does not mean that his character is proper. It does not mean that. And you need to be really clear on that. Getting money should not impress you. It just shouldn't. Number 2, okay, the second level of money is hoarding money. See, these are the people who probably have, grew up in poverty. And so they are afraid, thank you, my love, for these gifts. They are afraid of returning back to a poverty state. So they're like, I'm going to keep this a certain amount of money in my account. I'm going to keep this right here. I'm not going to go above this and this and this and that. And something continues to happen to where that money gets snatched from them. Because one thing about the energetics of money, money don't like when you hold it, baby. Who told you to hold me? You don't like to be held. You don't like to be held back. You don't like to be held down. You don't like nobody taking your freedom away. So why are you holding money down to this limit and wondering why you can't get past this limit or why you can't go above this limit? Because when you holding something so tight in your hand, it's impossible for you to receive. And feminine women are here to receive, release, and reject. Feminine women are here to receive, release, and reject. And if a lot of us rejected more, a lot of these men's bloodline would not have continued the way it is. Because you don't know how to receive, because you don't know how to release, because you don't know how to reject. These freaking folks' bloodline keep going on. See, that didn't piss me off. I ain't even finna get on this. Let me stay where I'm at. And then you wonder why we ain't got no providers and why are you continuing to receive them within you? Why? Because you are not clear on self, because you are not clear on your value, so much so that you would sell yourself and your lineage for cheap, for nothing. It's sickening. Aren't you tired? You're not tired? I don't even have conversations about, oh, men, this, men, that. Because one thing for sure, I receive, release, and reject, baby. It's requirements to get access to my energy. It's rules to engage with me. My heart is the most exclusive club in the world, and that's how I see it, baby. I'm checking ID and everything at the door. You better know when you come in here, you better act right or you will get put out. Because it's someone always wanting to get in. See, and that comes from a place of me doing the work of understanding my identity, who I am, and my value. And that ain't even touching them. That's before my gifts. That's before the creative and witty inventions, according to Proverbs 8 and 12, that we all have within us. That's before them. You need to understand who you are. And because you don't understand who you are, you cannot sell, because you don't believe in self, and believing in self is nothing. It's confidence. You have no confidence, and that's why you're not selling those products the way you need to. That's why you're trying to listen to everyone else instead of listening to the one that created you. The highest paid women are not the ones who sell the hardest. I don't sell the hardest. Baby, I don't sell hard. I don't sell hard at all. People, my coaches sometimes be like, hey, you could be doing more. And I'm looking like, see, I'm going to be in a space of alignment. I'm going to be doing what I need to be doing. And it always seems to do what it's supposed to do. I understand me. Okay. The highest paid women in business do not, they do not sell harder. They sell differently. We sell differently, y'all. That's it. We sell differently. We sell using silent sales strategy, which I'm going to talk about that today. We sell using magnetic sales psychology. Okay. And we sell using the presence to profit formula. That is how we attract sales instead of forcing them. Understanding how to utilize your feminine magnetism other than trying to attain men, which really are not using magnetism. A lot of y'all are picking up feminine wiles from a lot of these women who are teaching you about feminine connection. Feminine magnetism, feminine wiles is what Delilah used on Samson. It's tricks and trickery and different things like that. It has a different root. Feminine magnetism is the power of being able to pull people into your space, pull people into your energy, pull them into your existence, not allowing them to force you, not even forcing them, but really being able to sit back and draw them in. It is a specialty of mine. It is something that I've been able to teach hundreds of women. And women that come to work with me, they learn this pretty well. Okay? So, let's get into these things. Let's break these things down. All right? Because once you understand this, you won't ever have to sell again. Seriously. All right? You better tell them, Asala. I'm trying. I hope they hear me. So let's get into part one, the silent sales strategy, selling without chasing. Okay? The women who sell the most don't pitch harder. They actually position themselves as the prize, and clients literally will come to them. If you feel like you have to convince people to buy, they don't see you as a leader yet. See, we got more inner work to do. See, a lot of times you thinking it's something else. It's always a root issue. Why don't you think you a leader? Because you don't know who you are. Baby, you can't tell me I'm not. I never claimed to be top leader, and I don't necessarily want the top leader spot. But the thing about it is, the thing that I am designed here to do, I'm going to lead that and lead that well. Why is that? Because number one, it tells me in Genesis that I was created with the likeness of the creator of all things. I mean, the creator of the entire universe, and everything that we look at, just as far as earth, was created by the creator. So number one, I have a godlike nature. Let's start there. So you ain't finna play with me. So now I know where to go. I know the kingdom of heaven is within me. As soon as you feel like you're gonna play with me, it's already done. I'm not even tripping. I'm just gonna tap in. I stay tapped in. I'm just gonna activate it. That's all. So that's number one. Yeah, I'm not even worried about you. I'm not even worried about anything you think that you're going to do, because you're gonna pay for it, and it's not even gonna be by my hand. And that's the part that I like the most. I ain't even got to touch you. Good deal. Good for me. So that's the first element of it. I understand who I am from, number one. So you can't tell me that I am less than that, because the one that created everything has already affirmed and confirmed that that is who I am. That's the starting point. The second element of that is I have the character of the one that created me according to Genesis as well. So you can't tell me about who I am, because I spend hours and hours in time and years investigating myself consistently, always checking myself, always sitting with myself. You can't tell me nothing about my strengths and weaknesses that I have not overanalyzed my own self. Do you understand what I'm telling you? You can't tell me about me. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, my character is my character, and it has always been that. So speaking against my character is not going to break me or shake me. So I understand the character in which I come from, and most importantly, the one I choose to operate from. So that's number two. I have a godlike nature, and I have the character of the Most High. The third aspect of this is why I don't have to compete with corporate. This is why I'm not in a fight with men. This is why I'm not oppressed. I don't care what's going on, because the Most High said that I was given dominion on this earth. That means I have my own piece of the pie. I have my own lane. I don't need to compete with you. I don't need to compare myself to you. I don't need to submit to your systems. All I need to do is submit to the one that created me. And that is the one who will always clearly define and direct my path. And because of that, just like it says in Psalm, I believe 46:5, God is within her, she will not fail. The only way you're going to see me fail is if I drop the Most High, and I don't plan on letting go of the Most High's hand. So in that understanding, that alone, in me being clear on that alone, my identity is solid. So whatever you say about me is really going to roll off me because you don't know me. And it shows that you don't know me because you don't even know yourself. Because if you knew yourself, you would not even be speaking on that type of time. See, when you have an understanding of self and you're clear on self and you're self-assured with self and you're consistently doing the work on self, it's easy for you to get out here and use these strategies. Very simple, very easy. Okay? Here's the thing that you got to understand. If they're not seeing you, if your energy is desperate, your clients feel it and they pull away. Y'all can feel when somebody hop in y'all DM and it feels cheesy. Y'all know they only checking. Hey, I was just they ain't say nothing to you. They just added you as a friend. See, this is what y'all be doing right here. Right here. This is why they don't like y'all. This is why I don't like DMs. Soon as you ain't said nothing to them at all. You've never commented on their content. You've never greeted them. You've never said anything. And soon as you add them, thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. The first thing you do is, hey, there's a bunch of ladies. We have this thing going on. And I thought that you would be great for it. Girl, you don't even know me. You already coming in with the lies. See, y'all think people dumb. Not everybody is dumb. I'm serious. Not everybody is dumb. There are some people who just refuse, but not everybody is dumb. And y'all are doing this and it's turning people off and it's making you look desperate. That's the energy that you're coming from. Because if it's authentic, then you really are addressing a true pain point. Like you really are addressing something. If you have to convince people to buy, they don't see you as a leader yet. And if your energy is desperate, clients feel it and they pull away. They pull away. Baby, that's why. And then you got the nerve to be in your feelings when you get left on red. You weren't being genuine from the start, but that's because you don't understand your feminine essence and your feminine design. Because guess what? Genuine connection is a feminine thing. Connection and community is a feminine aspect. That's not a masculine aspect. It's not. It is not. This is why when things happen, you want to talk to your friends. You want to talk to your mom. You want to talk to your girlfriends. But you over here trying to make it. You don't listen to you texting me on my private. Men understand problem solving. The masculine understands problem solving. You give them a problem, they're going to solve it. They can't solve your tears. See, but you don't understand that because you don't understand your own design. If you came from a space of genuine connection into someone's inbox, they would be more inclined to hear you out, more inclined to, see what your product and service is about. But no, you too greedy because you have little faith. Please don't piss me off. Y'all be so fake. Y'all be so fake. Talking about God helped y'all, told y'all to start this business and do all, and y'all don't even follow. Follow by just being yourself. Being not a carbon copy. The Most High made you beautifully and wonderfully made. You don't believe that, so you try to be like somebody else. You gotta use their tips. You're doing DIY, your business strategy, listening to this person, listening to me, listen to the next one. Listen to me. Every single thing that you go on, when it comes down to people who are teaching about business, thank you, my love, for these gifts and these comments. Okay, when you're going in there, everything works. Everything works. You can go live and make money. That works. Okay, and sell products. That works. You can do email marketing, and that the only thing you do, and that works, and that makes money. You can do content, and that works, and that makes money. You can do ads. That works, and that's everything that these people are telling you. It works. The problem is why it's not working for you is because you don't know yourself enough to know which formula is the best formula for you. And once you start getting sales, you understand the one that works specifically for you, the one you feel the freest in, the one you're able to do and you don't have conflict with, the one that just essentially comes natural to you to be able to execute and do. People don't consider this. And because of that, you are DIYing everybody. I bought this course. I be hearing y'all, I bought this course and it didn't work. I just wasted my money. You didn't waste your money. You did waste your money. And you wasted your money because you didn't investigate to see or to know what it is that you really need so you can go after the proper solution. See, a lot of y'all think that Well, I hear a lot of women say, right? I have a challenge going on right now, and it's an intuitive dating challenge with some of my clients that I have. Because a part of my work, and I've been able to support my clients in having better dating experiences. One of my clients actually got engaged. Another one of my two of my clients ended up elevating their marriages and the communication. Another young lady who took a most recent master class of mine, literally, it was a quick shift between her and her partner, where she's been able to be more receptive, and her partner has stepped all the way up with her simply just doing that. So I have an intuitive dating challenge going on, right? A lot of women think that there's piss in the dating pool, when in reality there's piss in their pool. See, everything is a reflection of you. Everything is a reflection of you. Everything. Everybody you call into your space, everybody you entertain is a reflection of you, whether you want to realize it or not. You think you need to be out here dating because you're ready for a relationship, when really you need to start dating intuitively first, because you lack the discernment. See, a lot of women lack discernment. You don't need to be, and I'm just gonna be real with you. I don't really recommend, with everything, the climate that's going on right now, I don't recommend you dating. But the only reason I have the challenge going in that community is, if you are gonna be out here dating, you need to be dating with discernment. And so I'm teaching them how to sharpen their discernment quickly. You should know what's up with a man in less than 2 weeks. See, y'all go into the mindset real wrong. Is he gonna like me? Do you like yourself when you with him? See, because of the piss poor programming, you've been taught that you need to be liked so that you can be picked. And this is a mindset that transcends romantic relationships, because you are the same way in corporate America. But this is piss poor programming, because the Most High never said that to you in scripture. These men was out here working. Jacob was working 14 years before he got old girl. See, y'all missed the plot. You missing the plot, my love. You don't know how to discern. You don't know how to pay attention. You don't understand. Action is a man's language. Character and action will tell you, but you don't know what to look for. You don't know how to intuitively date, which is what I'm teaching them in that space. Because a lot of you think you have one issue, when in reality everything goes back to spiritual. I'm trying to tell you. A woman who understands her worth does not have to say to a man, I understand my worth. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. I understand my worth, so I'm gonna do this. No, she gonna I'm gonna be away from you. No, she gonna walk. See, weak women make announcements, but women who understand how to activate their inner warrior know how to walk away, because her strength, the joy of the Most High, is her strength, not in a man. That's what y'all be missing, and that's how you lose the plot on you. That's how you lose the plot on you every single time, because you don't understand the depths of self. This is why I say all the time, a lot of women who have struggles with men also have hard struggles with money. And you don't really catch that. Magnetic women specifically. Okay. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. Hi, Delilah. Magnetic women make clients feel like working with them is an opportunity, not a favor. Okay. If you have to chase it, it's running from you. The moment you start chasing, things start moving toward you. Okay? It should feel like a privilege to be in your space. It should be a privilege to feel. The reason why a lot of men don't really appreciate women who lack boundaries or who do everything for them, is because innately the masculine does not value anything that it does not have to work for, and it only works for and towards the things that it values, because value, again, like I told you, is one of the things that the masculine and money locks into. See, y'all be missing it. Y'all be missing it. The math be mathing. Y'all just don't know math. That's the truth. That is the truth. The math be mathing. You just haven't studied math. You haven't studied math, my love, and that's your problem. The silent sales strategy is selling without chasing. Okay? It's selling without chasing. So again, If you feel like you got to convince people to buy, they don't see you as a leader yet. That means that your authority ain't strong, which means that your identity, you're not rooted in it. See, it's always a spiritual problem. I keep trying to tell y'all, why do I get the results that I get? Women have come to me and gone from 5 figures to 6 figures, 6 figures to multi 6 figures using the formulas that I've given them. Women have come to me and gone from 0 to 15K in 30 days. Women have come to me and have improved their health. I told you I used to be 100 pounds heavier. Women have come to me, lost 40 pounds, 50 pounds. I just got a client that came through telling me that her heart, she reversed her heart damage. Her heart was pumping at 39%. And she came to me very concerned, and doctor said that she needs to get up to 55. Baby, she done lost well over 60 pounds. I got another client who in 30 days was having problems in her wrist, was able to do what she needed to do, heal her wrist, and she was homeless looking for a home. And she ended up manifesting her dream home after 30 days after we worked together on 200 acres of land where horses come up. And she had wrote all these things down in her journal. Energetics. It's about, I'm telling you, it's about alignment. It's about being in position to receive. It is literally like the catcher on a baseball field. If you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, without the right equipment, you ain't going to receive. And a lot of y'all not receiving because you're not in alignment. And you're not in alignment, meaning that you're not on assignment. And if you, to not be on assignment is to miss the mark. And to miss the mark is to sin. That's what sin means, to miss the mark. See, a lot of y'all think y'all so much better because you don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't do this, you got all the judgment, you don't do this, you don't do that. You still missing the mark though. You still sinning. You're still sinning. Taking L's class, I released 15 pounds. Delana, you didn't tell me that. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Congratulations. She said most of it was emotional and baggage. I'm telling you, I used to be 100 pounds heavier. And it was all, I wore my anger and my pain and my trauma like a coat. And when I started to heal, I started to get for real, and my life shifted and changed. When I started really taking care of me, everything elevated. Because now I have the belief in myself to be able to teach women the things that I teach. Mastering your emotions. How easy it is for you to be able to make money consistently in your business. How easy it is to call in what it is that you actually desire. But you have to be an energetic match for that. You're not an energetic match to lose 100 pounds when you refuse to see that food is not here to fill you up. It's here for fuel. And you need to treat your body with good gas. And you need to figure out what works best for your organs. See, you won't investigate yourself. Like, come on. Yes, I haven't been on here, and I meant to let you know I'm so grateful for you. Thank you. I'm grateful for you, and thank you for your trust. I really appreciate that. Delilah was in she took a master class that's actually in the Wealth Alchemist Guide to Sustainable Success, and in that class it's called Deconstruct and Refill Your Cup Masterclass, and it teaches you how to get in a real relationship with the one that created you without the fear aspect of it, because a lot of us were taught to worship God and worship the Most High from a place of fear. We were taught to worship the Most High and go to church and do different things out of obligation. But how does it feel? I want you to really think about it. How would it feel for someone to be in relationship with you so-called out of duty and obligation and out of fear? Does that feel like that would be a safe experience? Does that feel like that would be a healthy relationship? Does that feel like that would be a relationship where someone wants to consistently pour out and give to you over and over again, even if that's the desire of their heart, but because you don't trust them and because you're moving out of fear, then, how is the relationship going to work? It can't. So that means you need to deconstruct your perception of the one that created you and really get rooted in the truth so you can build real relationship and create a foundation. In that class, I think 10 days later, she had gotten 9 new clients. 9 new clients after years of trying to get clients, and she had only gotten one. And I think the first 5 came within the first 24 hours. So the work works when you work, and that's just the bottom line. She said, oh, and I bought the Ethiopian Bible you recommended. Awesome. Awesome. It's so amazing. I love it. I love it. Okay. So let's get to magnetic sales psychology. Okay. So I'm really, really excited about this one too. This is the understanding of why people buy before you even pitch to them, before you even sell to them. This is why they buy from you. People don't buy because of logic. People don't buy because of logic. People don't buy because of logic. They don't. People buy because of how they feel when they encounter you. Okay? That's what they buy. If your energy signals certainty, trust, okay, and power, people will invest in you without hesitation. Okay? If your energy signals doubt, if your energy signals neediness, if your energy signals over explaining, okay, people are going to hesitate. They are. Clients do not buy offers. They buy the energy behind the person that is selling them. I keep telling y'all it's about energetics. That's how my clients, yes, I understand math with money. I could tell you right now, this is how you can make six figures if that's what you want to do. But right now, six figures on the low end, 100K is not what I would recommend. You probably would want to go up a little bit higher. And so let's take it up a little bit. Let's just take it up. If you live in the United States, according to what tax things are going to be coming into play, you need to be making at least about $360,000. So let's just say if you wanted to make $360,000 a year, this is what you could do. There are two ways that you can do it right here. But if you do not have the energetics behind what I'm about to tell you to do, you're going to be too scared to do it. And scared money don't make no money, so choose how you want to live. Number one, the first way that you could do this is that you could create an offer so valuable at $36,000 and all you need is 10 people to buy in. There are billions of people on the freaking planet. You mean to tell me you can't find 10? Or you scared that nobody's going to pay you $36,000 for a service, or you don't think you have anything in you that's worth $36,000, so you're not even going to position yourself to get the $360,000. Ain't that right? That's about right, right? Okay, yeah. So that's one way you could do it. You could create a product and service for 36,000, sell it to 10 people, sell it to 10 companies. Okay. The second thing that you could do is you can create a product for $10,000 and you could sell it to 36 people or 36 companies. That is how you can make your $360,000 right there. But you're not going to go and do that because you're too scared. And because you don't believe you have anything within you that is going to help you do that. Okay? What's an example of a 5-figure service? I have a 5-figure service where I work with you as a mentor for about 6 months. So, and when it comes down to business, so that is a 5-figure service, and that's kind of on the high end. If I had a program, let's just say a program for 4 months, and I was coaching someone in that space and it was one-on-one, that would probably be 10K on the low end. That's on the low end of things. But my results and my ROI show the value of what I provide. My clients who come to work with me have 60% of productivity, sweetheart, by doing less work. My clients have come to me and been able to 10x and more their income within a short period of time. Women have been able to come to me and be able to create products and services from their authentic gifts that have allowed them to be able to travel the world. So my results are valuable. It's all about what you value. It's all about if that's what you want for your life. It's all about what you desire. So if whatever you desire, if that's what's something that you value, then you're going to invest in it. And it's not a price point that a person won't pay for something that they truly value. It's not. It's not at all. Because here's the thing too, a lot of the work that for myself, what I teach is energetics and I go deep. So there's not a lot of you need to be, you don't need, women have, let me say this, and I'm not saying anything against this service at all. Please understand, because before I got into this work, I did a lot of services around this, therapeutic services, right? Because I have a bachelor's in psychology, a master's in human services with a concentration of social work, and I also have some PhD work, right, that I quit because I was in my ego trying to get it, so I really didn't want it. So when it comes down to therapy and different things like that, people who have to be in therapy for years and years and years and years and years and there's no forward progression, that's a problem. There are a lot of women who have come to work with me in addition to a therapist, and there are a lot of women who have left their therapist to come solely work with me because they felt like they were getting more result. So again, it's about what you value. If you value transformation, if you value results, if you value increasing your income, okay, then you'll value working with me, and it won't be a price point that's going to stand in your way of doing that. Okay, because I also have things to be able to support you in that space, like having Klarna, Affirm, Afterpay, and all that great stuff. Okay, All right, you're welcome. So let's get into the aspect of the end of magnetic psychology again. If you want people to invest in you, your presence has to communicate this is the best decision that you'll make. Okay? If it doesn't feel like that, then it doesn't need to be doing that. It just doesn't. Okay? Let me give you an example. Two women offer the same type of program. One woman says, "Oh, I would love to work with you." A lot of y'all like to say that. So, one says, "I would love to work with you. Let me know if you're interested," right? The other says, "I have 3 spots left for women who are ready to step into effortless sales and attraction. If you feel pulled, the link is in my bio." Which one do you think is going to make the sale? Who going to make the sale? The first lady or the second lady? The first lady says, "Hey, I would love to work with you. Let me know if you're interested." The second lady says, "Hey, I have 3 spots left for women who are ready to step into effortless sales and attraction. If you feel pulled, the link is in my bio." Who about to make their money? I can tell you who ain't finna make their money. The first one. The first one is not about to make no money. Exactly. The second one is who gonna make the money. Why is she making the money? Because she understands the magnetism of sales. Baby, because it's either you want it or you don't. And this where the math needs to be mathed for y'all when it come down to relationships. Because everything that I teach you, you can apply to life, business, and relationships. Because how you do one thing is normally how you doing all the things. You see how she just said, if you feel pulled, the link is in my bio. Girl, she don't care if you click the link or not. She's letting you know the value is there. Do you want it or not? And if y'all had the same mindset when it came down to men, y'all would not waste your time. Because it's either they want you or they don't. It's either the client wants the product or they do not. It is literally that simple. And when you come to understand your feminine magnetism, you stop fighting for people who don't value what it is you're offering on any level. Business, romance, friendship, all of that. You be missing the plot because y'all be begging people to keep you. For what? You beg people to keep you when you don't understand your value. How about that? When you know your value, you choose who you want to keep. You choose the spaces that you're going to be in. That is how that works. Okay. Let's get into part 3, which is the presence of the presence to profit formula. All right. Selling with energy, not with effort. Okay. Sales is not about how hard you try. That's why no matter how many times you post and all this stuff you're doing, ain't nothing working. Okay. It's not about how hard you try. It's about who you are when you sell. It's the same thing. It's not about these men are. It's not about how hard you try with them. That's why when you keep doing everything for them, they still don't like you. It's not about how hard you try. Okay, it's not about that. It's about who you are when you sell. It's about who you are when you with them. Do you like yourself? See, y'all missing the plot. Why y'all making this about the client or the men? You be impactful so much that you inspire people to rise up and activate. You don't try to convince them. You don't try to do a whole bunch of stuff. You don't start auditioning. This is not what you do. Sales isn't about how hard you try. It's about who you are when you sell. People do not buy because of what you sell. They buy because of who you are when you sell. If you are selling from uncertainty, clients will hesitate. If you sell from authority and clarity and certainty, clients will trust you and buy with ease with no problem. Absolutely no problem. Your presence is either pulling clients or pushing them away. Your presence is either pulling men to you or pushing them away. I see. I gotta bring because I keep trying to tell y'all love and money on the same frequency. Y'all not listening though. You're not catching that. If you would solve your own money problems, you'll solve your man problem too. Because then you'll get to actually decide whether or not what you want, if you want that. You know why men up and leave after you've done everything for them and they've gotten on their feet? Because when they had you, you understand money, you got your own, you get to decide what you want. Ooh, you get to decide what you want. And that's what women don't understand. True, this is why even bad products from celebrities sell. People want energy, period. I keep telling you, it's all about energetics. But women a lot of times are so afraid to invest in themselves and pay top dollar, pay four figures. Pay my magnetic muse program is a 4-figure program. It's 3,500, right? And some women are like, and I'm like, with confidence. Because here's the thing, either you desire it or you don't desire it. I want you to think about all the products that you bought. I want you to think right now, all of the products that you bought from celebrities or someone that was garbage, completely garbage, and add up the total, and you probably have spent more on trash items than you have in investing in your development and your well-being that can position you for greater and for better. It's crazy how wasteful we truly, truly are. Your presence is either pulling clients in or pushing them away. You don't need better sales tactics, baby. I know you think so. You don't need better sales tactics, my love. You need better sales presence because you have none. And that's the truth. You have none. Thank you, my love, for these likes and these gifts. Now let's get into the feminine design sales strategy. When you come to work with me and you are selling in business, one of the things you will learn is your feminine design sales strategy. Your feminine design sales archetype. This is your archetype of the type of woman, of how you operate in business. This is going to help you refine your messaging. It is going to support you in being able to call clients in, because this is you operating at the most magnetic, authentic, deep-rooted version of yourself. And you can't help but call up once you have called yourself up. That's it. And so the first thing that you learn in that is, well, after that, after you know your design sales archetype, is your strategy. Okay, so this is basically you selling in flow and not selling in the form of force. Excuse me. Women are not meant to sell like men. That's the first thing I need you to understand. Okay, feminine sales is all about magnetism, not pressure. Not pressure. And I need y'all to be very careful, because I know, for maybe it was like 2 years ago or a year, and sometimes y'all will open your mouth and be like, how you pressure? You really should think about the things that you say, because there's power of life and death in the tongue. And a lot of women that call themselves, that I notice, that call themselves pressure, are normally very pressed and always under pressure. They're always like exhausted. Yeah, no, I'm okay. You keep me out of the group chat on there. Most women who claim to be pressure are often very pressed and under pressure. Crazy. Be very careful what you call yourself. Be very, very careful what you identify as, because there's power in life and death of what you say. How do you think Adam was so seduced? It was Eve's energy, and it was the way she was able to say what she needed to say. And how y'all let men use what comes naturally to us? How the way I don't like the way that we allow men to take what's natural in us and use it against us. Y'all, that's because you're not understanding. You're not doing the research. You don't know yourself. Eve seduced him. I'm so confused how y'all letting these words get y'all. That's our thing with the words. That's why they be so sick when you say something to them. They get come down like this, because your words are they're builders. But see, you don't get that. You're not paying attention to that. You're enamored by sorcerers, also known as real narcissists. Because a lot of y'all be saying people narcissists, and they don't really be narcissists for real though, because y'all don't really understand the assignment. Seriously. And you also not understanding why you keep attracting these narcissists into your life, because it's the reason. Most women don't know the reason until I tell them, and they be sitting back like, why you read me like that? Oh, you you thought it was them? You don't think your energy had nothing to do with that call up? Okay. Not quite. Not quite. Women are not meant to sell like men. Feminine magnetism is all about magnetism, or feminine sales is all about magnetism, not pressure. Masculine sales equals force. Feminine sales equals flow. The more you push, okay, the more you push, the more clients feel resistance. Let me give you an example of how this works. The client has said to you on the phone, and see, this is how I know this is how I know men don't be lying. Men got their issues that they need to work on themselves, but they do not be lying on us because we do it to each other. I see it all the time. All the time. This is exactly how you do it right here. The more you push, the more client feels resistant. The client has said to you, no, I'm not interested at this time. Here you go coming back. Well, how much more time have you already been wasting? How much more time do you want to waste? They already told you no. He already said he don't want you. See, he didn't already said that, but you tell yourself a different story based on the romanticized programming that you picked up from Disney that they put down, that you have never reprogrammed your mind enough to know when somebody tell you something to that extent, you need to really listen. And you really need to with men, you got to pay attention to their actions because actions is their first language. So you really got to pay attention, but you're not really paying attention like that. The client already said they don't want you, but you still trying to convince them. I mean, well, it's only $97. What do you mean? It's only $12. See, now I'm super resistant because why are you pushing up on me? Dang, you can't give me your number. I mean, why are you pushing up on me? See, same concept. Exact same concept. Exact same energy. And that's why clients are sitting over here like, no, thank you. Absolutely. Clients are like, no, I don't want it. I don't, and it ain't even that they don't want the product. They may actually want the product. They don't want you. Woo. Just like that man don't want you. You doing the same thing that you doing in business over here in your relationships. That girl, your friend that you think is your friend, she don't even like you. She done showed you she don't like you. She done showed you she don't want you around. This has been clear. Everybody can see it but you. Trying to force your way through the door. That's not power. That's not power. The more you push, the more clients resist. The more you stand in power, the more clients feel pulled toward you. The more you stand in power, the more clients feel pulled toward you. Sales is not about saying the perfect words. It's not. That's why no matter how much stuff you create on ChatGPT, it don't work for you because you're trying to outsource your consciousness instead of tapping into the reality of who you are and just having ChatGPT make sure that your grammar is right and to give you research or other things, but not to outsource your consciousness, not to think for you. So that's why no matter how many posts you create from chat, you still ain't making no money. Even though they saying you use chat to make your business in it, but you still ain't making no money, huh? I wonder why. Energetics ain't right. Like I said, sales is not about saying the perfect words. It's about the energy behind the words. You fix this by speaking as if clients are already coming, creating content and presence that attracts instead of chases. You sell from authority, not need. That's how you solve the problem. That's how you solve the problem. Now, if you are a business owner and you know you need to fix this, you need to learn how to really sell without selling in detail. And you are prepared and you understand and you're prepared to invest your time, your energy, your attention, and your money towards you becoming better and making more and attracting and scaling in this new economy. Because guess what? Intelligence is what's going to get you paid. All that hard work y'all did that you thought hard work is not the name of the game no more. They did that to trick you to build their empire, which is why they flipping the switch on you. And you're not ready because you ain't tapped into your intelligence. That's because you're not tapped into the almighty intelligence. So you can't even access and activate the things that you really have that really are going to make your products and your services really shine to the point to where it's radiating to where people have to buy in. You aren't radiating. And why don't you have your radiance as a feminine woman? Because you don't have your feminine energy activated, which means that you're not aligned with your essence, which means that you are not rooted in your identity. which means that you do not have a vision, and without a vision, the people will perish, because their soul ain't written down like it's told you to do in Habakkuk 2:2. So if you're in a space where you know that you need this, I have two things to be able to offer you. Number one, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the Embodied Influence Lab. In the Embodied Influence Lab, this is what you're going to get. It's a 4-week high intensity experience. I'm going to tell you right now, you can get a recliner, firm, and afterpay. It costs $888. Okay? You literally are going to learn and unlock the following in 4 weeks. My magnetic identity calibration, which means that learning how to command action before you even speak. And you can do this in content, and you can do this in person. I'm going to teach you both ways because I do it all the time. Okay, you're going to learn emotional fortification, master high pressure situations to sustain your power. A woman that knows how to manage her emotions is a woman that's ready to change her life and elevate her existence, and therefore she will elevate everything else and inspire its strongest masculine to get activated around her. Okay, but this comes from you being able to fortify yourself emotionally. Number 3, feminine strategy and wealth codes. So we're going to be talking about aligning leaderships, relationships, and money so that they work for you. Y'all don't understand. Y'all want men so much for love that y'all are missing the point of what men really be wanting y'all to do. Men slick be wanting y'all to like use them, like, but utilize them, not use them. That's not the right word. It's utilize them. They be wanting you to utilize them to become better. Y'all just don't choose ones that actually can do that. You don't really choose them, or you're not an energetic match for them. So the radiance isn't coming off you enough for them to come see about you. We're not really grasping that. Okay. When you begin to really, really understand that you can position yourself so money, men, leadership, and these things really, really work for you, that's the type of thing that you're going to learn in the Embodied Influence Lab. If you don't know how to do that, it's a part of feminine strategy and wealth codes. Okay. The fourth thing that you're going to learn in the embodied influence lab, okay, is energetic influence blueprint. You're going to learn and unlock attraction psychology to create effortless demand. This is not going to be no fluff. I'm not having no filters. This is pure transformation in 30 days. So if you want to activate your influence, the Embodied Influence Lab is going to be the one for you. The second thing I said was embodied emotional fortification. If you know that in business and in life, you need to get started and you need to do that, click the link in the bio so that you can get access to that. Like I said, everything I have comes with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. If you are not prepared for the Embodied Influence Lab, here's the second option that I feel like would be of great support to you. Okay. That is going to be the Radiant Muse. Hold on one second because I'm going to pull it up. The Radiant Muse revenue system. That is going to be the next one that I would recommend. The Radiant Muse revenue system is $150, okay? And that is going to teach you the core elements of certain things. It is going to help you open up your attraction core, okay? Because you need to open up your attraction core if you are trying to sell in business. That's just the reality of it. If you're not prepared for that, that's going to be a problem. But before you can even get into attraction core, you have to understand your value as a woman. So I'm going to give you all of the things that you're going to grasp and get some understanding on when you get the Radiant Muse revenue system. All right. So the first thing that you're going to get is you're going to understand the power of your feminine design. You're going to learn. The second thing is how to manifest as a woman. The third thing, or the module 2, is going into attraction core. So this is where you're going to understand how you attract. Then you're going to understand how to increase your value as a woman. And then module 3 is going to go into self-concept, seduction, and sales. So you're going to get in lesson 5, the relationships and revenue, which is a magnetic love story. It helps you connect the dots between relational energy and sustainable business success. Because relationships, business is all about relationships. And the real riches are locked into relationships because it's the people that can put your name in rooms. Okay? It's the connections that you have that position you to get more money. These people, even the people that y'all hate so much, they're making money because they have relationships with banks. They can call people who can make moves and do different things like that. If you don't know how to attract those relationships because you don't know how to feel comfortable by walking into those rooms, you're going to blow those opportunities. You're going to blow those opportunities because you don't understand your well-being, okay? The sixth lesson that you're going to get in there is you're going to get the magnetic sales formula on how to align and how to attract and how to close. This is the art of mastering sales formula. Oh, I'm sorry. This is this is you mastering the art of seductive sales so that you can close high value opportunities. So how I was talking about earlier, the young lady was saying, what's an example of a 5-figure offer? And I gave the 5-figure offer. This is going to teach you how to sell that 5-figure offer with confidence, with a surety. Okay. A bonus training that you're going to get as well is 3 ways to shift your emotional energy to magnetize wealth. Let me tell you who this bundle is for. It's for women who are who are driven, who are true leaders, okay, who are ready to break free from the cycles of burnout, misalignment, and self-doubt, women who are eager to master their emotional energy and their feminine magnetism, women who crave a life of ease, wealth, and fulfillment aligned with their highest purpose. This is who this is for, okay? So that's the revenue, the Radiant Muse revenue system, and that's 150. And then I have the the embodied influence lab, which is 888. Both of them you can get with Klarna Firm and Afterpay. Both of them you can click the link in the bio to be able to get more information on, okay? So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to give y'all. And then of course you can click the link in the bio to find out more information about the other courses and things. If you are out here dating, which I told y'all I don't really recommend that. But if you out here dating and you need to sharpen your discernment, go ahead and get Love in the Nervous System Masterclass. It comes with the 30-day challenge. You will be enrolled in the 30-day challenge, which is a private Telegram group of women that are in there, and I'm basically breaking down for you the next 30 days how to sharpen your discernment, how to learn exactly what it is that you're looking for. A lot of y'all don't know what you're looking for, what you want, because you don't know yourself, and you have the wrong concept about how this is supposed to go. And I understand because we've all been taught to be agreeable, to sit back, don't push too hard, don't do this because you want him to choose you. You don't want him to do this. Baby, please. Like I said, men lock in to what they value at that time. Okay. Number one, they value high vibrational state, how they feel when they with you. And 2, if it's in alignment with where they are right then and there. And why you not asking the same questions? Why you not learning how to check and find out what's up with these folks within the first 7 to 14 days? I don't know. It's really not hard. We should not be having 6 months. Y'all been talking in none of that. You need to know what time it is. Week 1, week 2. And you can. And the Love and the Nervous System Masterclass is going to help you, because the reason why you can't see these things is your hyper independence block. It's your anxious attachment style block, or it's your avoidant block. And I'm teaching you in that class how to heal that, how to deal with that, how to be real with yourself about what you desire, where you are, and how you're going to get to where you need to be. So if you want more information, or if you want to get access to that, click the link in the bio, type and click on Love and the Nervous System Masterclass, and you automatically will be enrolled in the challenge. You're going to get an email with the course, and then you're going to get an email that enrolls you automatically into the challenge. You are to download the Telegram group, get active in the Telegram group, okay? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions before I get ready to go? Because I'm about to go. Any questions? Any questions? So now y'all know how to sell without selling. I hope y'all start making some money. And if you know you need accountability and you need support, that you click the link in the bio and go get it. Get the Radiant Muse system, or if you want me directly, where we do hot seat coaching every week too. So every Wednesday we do hot seat coaching. So you come in a hot seat and we dealing with what's going on, because you're not making the money as blocks. So we get rid of the blocks. Okay, we get rid of the blocks. All right. Any questions? Thank you so much. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? For women who really ready to activate, you get in a magnetic muse, and then you can fill out a form for that. Do I do weekly payments? I don't do weekly payments. I do offer payment plans, though, but not weekly. Monthly, yes, but not weekly. I don't have anything set up for that. I think, I think, when you get Afterpay at Klarna and Affirm, you can pay every 2 weeks though. So I don't know if that's a better option for you, but with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay, if I'm not mistaken, it's every 2 weeks that you would make a payment. So technically, I guess I do. Actually, now that I think about it. So I just don't personally have it set up on my thing, but if you choose Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay, it'll do it for you. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? You're welcome. All right. I don't see any questions. So this is going to go up on YouTube. Make sure you go over there to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get more information. Click the link in the bio to be able to find out about more services and different things that I offer and how I can support you. Okay. And let me know if you have any questions. My email is in the bio. Y'all don't come ask me no crazy questions now. Okay. And if I feel like it's something that my products or services are going to support you with, I'm going to lead you there. Okay. All right. So I hope that y'all have an amazing, amazing Friday, amazing Feminine Friday, and have an amazing weekend. Please be safe. And remember that self-care is the key fundamental of every single relationship. You set the tone of how people treat you by the way you treat yourself, and you should treat yourself exceptionally well because you deserve it. But if you don't believe you deserve it, you ain't gonna get it. So make a choice on whether or not you believe you deserve it now. And be for real about it. Because if not, you're never gonna get it. Like In Vogue said. So all right, y'all. Y'all have a really good evening. Peace, y'all.